Well, the NBA draft lottery is fast approaching, and it got me thinking, bro. Can the Bulls draw the number one pick like they did in 2008 when we copped Derrick Rose? And if the Chicago Bulls happen to stroke luck and get the number one pick, who's it going to be? AJ or Darren? Let's talk about it. But first, you got to hear the music.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Boys podcast with the Cognac Boys. I am Cognac Boy CDubb, holding it down on another daily episode of Shy Boys podcast. If you like what you're listening to, make sure you hit that like button, punch that subscribe button. We on our way to 10K, bro. Help us on our journey to that milestone. Now let's get into the content, bro. We got the NBA draft lottery on its way. It'll be here soon. Couple weeks, maybe a week away. I don't have the exact date in front of me. I should have it. But can the Chicago Bulls get a stroke of luck and get the number one pick? We talking specifically the number one pick on this video. And there's only two choices at number one, I think. And I think that's the resounding thought around the basketball world. AJ Dybantsa and Darryn Peterson. Let's look at these guys. Let's start with AJ Dybantsa. Everybody knows AJ Dybantsa is probably the most ready NBA prospect since last year, the Cooper flag, to tell you the truth. I ain't even finna throw all that sugar on it. Length at 6'6", arms just continues forever. All types of gifts. Decent athleticism. He can shoot the three. That's something he got to work on when he get into the pros. He has not been stopped all season. I think he only has like 3 games last season where he scored under 20 points. The kid is a bucket. Now, the handle isn't all that, but it's effective. He gets to his spots. He scores on whoever. Small guys, same size guys, taller guys, strong guys, soft guys. He's scoring. It's nothing you're going to be able to do with AJ. AJ, I predict, will have multiple all-stars in his career. Defensively, he can block shots. He can stay in front of his man. He doesn't get beat often, but he does need to work on it. He does need to work on his defensive game. Nobody's going to come into this NBA perfect, but this is probably the closest you can get to perfect at number one coming into the NBA. Let's see some of the big games that my man had. AJ Dybantsa. Let's start with a game against KSU on March 10th. 40 points for AJ Dybantsa. 40 points. Then we could go down to a game against Utah on January 24th when he dropped 43 points on 15 of 24 shooting from the field. It was 15 of 21 shooting from the field against KSU. And now that I'm looking at all of his scores throughout the season, it's really like 3 games where he scored under 20 points. The lowest being 13 against TTU. Now, what would AJ look like with the Chicago Bulls? Well, of course, you're going to play him at the 3. That means that Montes moves to the 4. Or do you play Darren? Do you play AJ at the 2, and you move Montes to the 3, keep him at the 3. You got Noah Essegay coming back, or you can draft somebody with the 3 other picks that you have, and you get another big center. AJ instantly bumps up your firepower to your team. Can he work on that 3-point shot? I would bet that he can. He shot 33% for the season last season. I need to be respectable in the NBA right now is probably about 35, 36%. It's really like 37 if you really want to be respected, but 35 and 36% will be, that'll be the starting point. AJ Dybantsa would be heaven sent for the Chicago Bulls. We're going to be running up the floor. Giddy's game is going to be that much better. Montes Buzelis going to take a little pressure off of Montes Buzelis. You got another threat on the floor, another weapon on the floor. AJ Dybantsa is probably one of the can't miss. If you get the number 1, you probably got to pick AJ. Not for me, because there's another guy. Darryn Peterson. Oh, man. Darryn Peterson, 6'6", same height as AJ, 205 pounds. Guard out of Kansas, out of University of Kansas, or Kansas University. 20 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, and 2 assists per game while shooting 44% from the field. This kid, he can do it all offensively. He got speed. He got athleticism. He got a silky touch shooting the ball. The game of basketball is easy to Darryn Peterson. He shot a respectable 38% from 3-point range. And when you look at his scoring output, he was very consistent of where he at 20 points per game. You can count on Darren to get your buckets. You can count on Darren from being your star shooting guard for the next 10 years if you get him on your team, with possible all-star appearances. His greatest asset is on the offensive end. I'm sorry. He's a shooter, but you can't put your thumb on one thing that he does incredibly well. He does everything incredibly well on the offensive end. Attacking the basket, finishing around the rim, finishing in traffic, finishing over folks. He does it incredibly well. Shooting, catch and shoot, pull up, off the dribble, off the curl, whatever you want. He got that. Mid-range, he got a mid-range game. Floaters, step backs, side steps. He is ready for the pros. Now, it is that he taking himself out of games and stuff like that. Here is something, I'm not saying this the excuse, but this is something that I read. He went to a camp with Bill Self. Y'all remember Bill Self? He used to coach the Illinois Fighting Illini back in the day. And he caught a body cramp. And he had to go to the hospital because of said body cramp. He said at 19 years old, this was when it happened. He said this was the worst pain he ever felt in his life, which made him, when he's in games, if he felt any sort of pain, made him probably give up on a game or whatever it is. Take that for what you will. Darryn Peterson is an absolute team changer. Team changer, bro. I don't think there'll be a problem with him trying to sit out second halves in the pros. I just don't. AJ Dybantsa with the Chicago Bulls, it's easier. Giddy, AJ, Modest, Noah, or whoever you want to slide in at the 4. Maybe you get another draft pick or something, and then you get yourself a big man. I can see Giddey and Montes running up the floor with Darryn Peterson all day. That'll be showtime in Chicago. Giddey, Montes, and Darren. Oh my goodness. We got everything covered. Shooting, cutting, passing, finishing around the rim. Everything's covered. Now, we going to get to my choice. Everybody's leaning on AJ. I think if all the rest of the teams, 31 other teams, however it is, they would choose AJ Dybantsa as their guy. But I'm not that guy. I'm looking at the guy who plays the game with so much ease. I don't even know who to compare him to. He's going to be an instant impact player soon as he steps on the floor. My choice is Darryn Peterson. I feel if the Chicago Bulls get the number 1 pick or luck into the number 1 pick, they should snag Darryn Peterson. Tell me, who would you choose if the Chicago Bulls was to luck out and get the number 1 pick? And I'll be sure to answer you in the comments. Darryn Peterson for me. Tell me I'm wrong. I'll see y'all on the next one. For sure.
Cognac. Gang.